Welcome to Soul Yoga Online. We hope you enjoy your virtual experience.
So let's get started on our backs today. You can either lay flat on your back, or you can use the bolster to open up the chest a little bit. If you don't have a bolster, again, you can just use a couple blankets, or maybe even pillow. So I'm going to use my bolster and lay down on my back here. You can place your feet any way that's comfortable. We'll just start with a gentle heart opener. Anything that feels good on your feet and your legs. So you can extend the legs. You can bring the soles of the feet together. Certainly can support the open knees with any props that you have in your home studio. So I'm going to sit up and talk to you a little bit. Just stay in that comfy position. And again, comfort is the key. So if you feel uncomfortable at any point, you can most certainly adjust or just come onto the back. Allow your eyes to close if you haven't already. We'll take a minute or two here to simply be still and relax. And this is an all levels class. We'll go for 60 minutes. And everything is really just an offering. Notice what you're aware of in your space. What sounds you hear. Notice if you hear your own breath. And if you have a hard time hearing your breath, just turn the volume up on your breath a little bit. So I'm going to invite you to breathe softly. You don't have to push to the edges of the inhale and the exhale right now. Just some soft but audible inhales and exhales. And if you're on your bolster, you may feel a little bit more capacity to breathe into the chest. And just gently open up the front body and the belly a little bit. Just about 30 more seconds here to breathe. Breathe in this moment. Welcoming yourself to your practice. Alone in the safety of your own space, but knowing you are also with about 24 other people practicing together. It's this beautiful opportunity for us to expand our minds, and our hearts, and our capacity to just be understanding. Just easing into the breath here. Soften your jaw. Take a swallow, perhaps, in your throat. Maybe this is the first time you've sat down today, or maybe you've been sitting on the couch watching movies all day, but maybe it's an opportunity to be present for the first time. And in this time, presence can sometimes be a little bit scary or overwhelming. And you can always come back to that soft breath. And just 3 more breaths. Breath in through the nose. You can choose out through the nose with a little ujjayi, soft ujjayi breath. Or perhaps in through the nose with a little bit more of a falling out, open mouth. Exhale. One more time. Big breath in. And let it go. If you're on a bolster or a pillow, I'm going to invite you to come off and lay flat on your back. We'll all meet there. Bring a little bit of warmth in. So place your feet onto the floor. Roughly close enough so you can touch your heels with your fingertips. And before we come into some bridge poses, extend your arms up over your head, give them a little stretch, extend through the fingertips, and then interlace your hands behind your head. Use your thumbs to give the nape of the neck and the occipital ridge a little teeny massage. And then cradling your head in your hands, draw your elbows towards one another and lift the head gently up, chin towards the chest, stretch the back of the neck. When you sit back down, on an inhale, elbows wide, feel the breath expand the front of the body, and then on your next exhale, repeat. Elbows in, chin up towards the chest, back of the neck stretching. One more time, inhale. Elbows flare out, breath in, expand the front of the body. And on the exhale, empty as you lift the head, draw the chin in, stretch the back of the neck. Release the head back down. Bring the arms alongside the body again. Start to feel the soles of the feet, wiggle your toes a little bit, feel the texture of the yoga mat. Start to press firmly into the heels and let the hips rise to hover just a little bit. Just feel the heel bone, really dense, solid bone in the body, push into the heels. Let the heels press down more and the hips rise up, the chest rising now to meet the chin or towards the chin. You can come up just a couple inches or further. Just exploring with this first one. Arms can stay alongside you for now, pressing the palms down. And then slowly release down, emptying the breath out. So ideally the rhythm of breath, and we'll continue with this, is to press up on an inhale, lifting the hips, sending them towards the ceiling, chest rising towards the chin, and then release back down. Inhale, press up. Fill the belly and the chest. Exhale, release back down. So 3 more like this. Option to raise the arms up over the head as you press the hips up. And release the arms back to where they came from as you release the hips down. A couple more times, just optional with the arms. Starting to build a little bit of heat by working the thighs. A little bit of opening in the hips. And just waking up the front of the body here. Let's do one more. Press the hips up. Breathe in. And release down. I miss hearing everyone's breath. I can hear my own, but usually it's a cacophony of sound in the room. Send your legs up to the ceiling. Feel the lower back press into the floor. Point and flex your feet. Roll the ankles a bit. And now you can turn your head side to side a little bit. When you're pushing up into bridge pose, you want to stay pretty stable with the head and the neck. But now just take a minute to check out your range of motion. Send your arms up as well. Roll out your wrists. Get everything lubed up here. Your wrists, ankles. Bend the knees a little bit as well. Elbows too while you're at it. Right? Jan was here yesterday. I feel like we should do some shaking too. Maybe shake it out. Arms and legs. Take another nice deep breath, come into stillness, grab onto your kneecaps or your shins or anything thereabouts. So just give your knees a little squeeze in. Rock a little side to side, pressing the lower back into the floor for a little massage. Take some circles perhaps. Feel that base of the spine, the diamond-shaped bone there, go both directions. Are you breathing? Just check in with that breath. All else fails, just breathe. Let's explore a wee happy baby. Reach up for your ankles again, or the soles of your feet perhaps. Draw your knees down towards your armpits. And just a little exploration walk. Rock a little side to side here. Good, and then knees back to the center. Hold on to the right knee. Extend the left leg long on the mat. Keep it hovering. Point and flex that left foot. Roll out the ankle again, and then lift the head and the shoulders and the chest, gazing in towards the navel. Stay lifted if you want a little core work, and switch sides. Or lay your head back down and switch either way. Right leg extended, working through the ankle there a little bit. And switch one more time each side. Right knee squeezes in, lift the chest and shoulders. If you want more work, you could do this without arms. Optional class, right? Both knees squeeze in. Rock a little forward and back. Get a nice massage on that whole spine to the extent that you can. And we'll come up to Navasana. Boat pose. Touch down with the toes, lift the chest up. When you feel stable, lift maybe the right leg and left follows. Spread the toes wide. Roll the shoulders down, puff the heart up. If you want more core work, just release the arms alongside those shins or up over the head even. We'll just hold here for about 3 breaths. I'm going to hold behind my knees today and lift the chest up, opening up the front of my neck a little bit. Gazing, steady, find your breath. And then we'll pause in Sukhasana for a little bit of breath work. So I have a blanket here with me. I'm going to sit on the blanket just to elevate my hips up a little bit. Come into cross-legged or Sukhasana. Get situated so you feel that you can sit up with relative ease. Close your eyes here. We do a little bit of pranayama, just the 4-part breath here, before we move on into some more asana. Very simple. I'll count to 4 times. So you'll breathe in, you'll fill up, you'll hold, and then you'll empty, and you'll hold out. Most of you have done this. So let's take a clearing breath. A big breath in. Empty it out. And then breathing in for 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. Just hold the breath for 2, 3, 4. Release it out. 2, 3, 4. Hold it out at the bottom. 2, 3, 4. Fill up. 2, 3, 4. Retain the breath. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom. 2, 3, 4. Fill up. 2, 3, 4. Retain. 2, 3, 4. Empty out. 2, 3, 4. Hold empty. 2, 3, 4. One more time. Inhale. Hold at the top. Empty. Hold at the bottom. Twice more on your own. Feel free to lengthen shorten the count. And let go of the technique. Just stay seated, perhaps with your eyes closed. Notice what you can hear. I don't know if it's raining where you are, but I can hear raindrops on the skylight in the garage studio. Just notice what sounds of life you can hear. There's a request for some neck and shoulders, so let's spend a little time there. Roll the shoulders around. Roll the jaw while you're at it if you can. Shoulders, jaw, all of that tension there. I know I certainly have had a little bit of stress lately. Anybody else? No big deal. Pandemic, no big deal. Right? But we can do some yoga and breathe. Just alternately shoulders. And then extending your arms out to the sides. Turn your thumbs down all the way. And then turn your thumbs all the way up and even back. So feel the chest open as you do that. Turn the thumbs down, round forward, chin tucks in. And then inhale, turn the thumbs up and even backwards. Open the heart and exhale. So it's like a seated cat-cow, but let the movement come from the internal or external rotation of the arms here. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale, roll open and up. Hold that opening here for a moment. Reach the arms behind you. Just set them down on the floor or the mat, just a little bit behind you. And lean back. Right, lean back onto your fingertips. Puff the chest up a wee bit. Drop your head back if there's comfort there, if there's no pain in the neck. And just feel that stretch through chest, the front of the armpits, the pectoral muscles, the neck. And then come back to neutral. Good. Dropping, I'm going to mirror you the left ear to the left shoulder, extending the right fingertips away. Breathing, sitting up tall, breathe into the side of the neck, soften your jaw. And then switching, release the head down, switch sides. So all the while noticing what you're aware of. This practice is a window in to what's happening. Giving ourselves time to listen to the messages of the body. Sometimes to listen to the mind, which can be scary, can be welcome. If you get distracted or caught up in pain in the body or just difficulty in the mind, come back to the breath. Release your chin down. Take very small head circles. So not the big circles with the head, very small circles, just moving and lubricating the cervical vertebrae a little bit. Small circles, both directions. Before we move on, switch the cross of your ankles, please. Use your hands and give yourself a little massage. It could be your forehead and your temples if you feel tension there. It could be your jaw. It could be your sinuses. It could be your neck. Maybe it's your shoulders. Maybe just placing your hands on your heart if you're feeling aggrieved or heartbroken. Just using your hands as tools, as paddles of healing. Noticing your breath here as you explore the sensation of touch. It might feel nice to give your ears a little tug or massage the neck a little bit. And then reach your arms down to the floor on either side of you. Sit up nice and straight again. And we'll just do some side-to-side movement. So you can start with whichever side feels right, whichever side beckons you. Just coordinate a little bit of breath with movement, perhaps inhaling up, and just let your head follow along. Right? Let the arms follow along too, and let the breath lead. Keep the jaw soft. If there's a sweet spot there for you, hold. And then I would also invite you to pause with both hands down on one side into a little bit of a rotation here. Both hands down on the floor. Drop your chin in towards your chest. Breathe into the back side of the body. And then try the other side. Same thing. Arcing up. Hands over to the floor. If the floor is too far down, this is a great place to place hands on the bolster. Just feeling into a little rotation. Let's do one more time on each side. And if you were enjoying just the dynamic movement of side to side, you can go back to that. Right? If the stretching in the twist felt really good, by all means. Right? This practicing at home is a great passageway into building your own home practice. Right? So many of us need the yoga, but we just don't know where to start. So come on to all fours here. Sometimes we just have to get on our mat, and then we'll know where to go. So if you find that this practice just gets you started and you're off and running, go wherever you need to go. From all fours, take a couple cat-cows here, belly down, heart pulling forward, hands underneath the shoulders, and just leading again with the breath, tucking the chin in. You know this movement. All of you have been here before. Keep the jaw soft. Maybe that soft ujjayi breath is with you. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose with a little bit of sound in the throat. Pause at neutral. Send the left toes straight back. Just keep the toes on the ground to start. Reach the right arm forward. Stretching nice and long here. Breathing. If you feel stable, if you want to add a little stabilizing and strengthening work, lift the leg and extend long through the arm and the foot. And release down, right into the other side. Stretching those right toes back. Left arm forward. Feel the stability come from the core as you just draw that navel in. If you want to reach the right leg up, you can. And back down. Let's take child's pose. Take your knees wide or keep them close together. Resting down. Maybe the forehead touches the floor. Maybe a block. Maybe you stay fairly upright today. There really are infinite options here. Feel good about what you're choosing. The other nice thing about being at home is there's no pressure. You don't have to be like the yogi next to you. You can just be you. So please honor this opportunity to really, really listen in to what you need. And if you just like being here with people and doing your own thing, do that. So next stop that I will offer you is a little stretch in the feet. Tuck your toes under. Sit yourself back on your feet. Sitting upright any way here. This isn't easy for everyone's knees or feet. But just see if you can get a couple breaths into the arches of the feet. So important for us to tend to the health of the feet and the ankles. So just pausing here for a few breaths. If you're able to, balance on those feet and the toes. A little toe balance. I'm going to use this opportunity to clear my blanket. And just balance here on your toes. Option to have a couple of blocks here, or just keep your knees down. If you feel stable, just work into the working phase of the practice and you may get what you need. Squeezing the inner thighs together and mirroring that with the palms. Just a little gentle pressure through the palms. We're going to rise to standing. If you want the most amount of work, you're going to come upright from here on an exhale. If you prefer, you can fold forward and then curl up. Take a long breath in and exhale, pushing down and rising up. We'll meet in standing on our tippy toes. So if you can, heels are still lifting. Extend the arms up. Right? There might be movement. That's okay. Walk into a place that feels steady. See if you can draw the heels up nice and high, reach the hands and the arms long, crown of the head lengthening up. Find your breath here. It's powerful for concentration. Just balance on our toes. Feel free to use a wall if it's near you. And then slowly let the heels drop down. Right away, grab the left knee, draw it in towards the body, balance here on the right foot. Give it a little squeeze. Check in with your balance today. Right, we've just come up to standing. Use your eyes and drishti as an anchor. Keep the jaw soft. And then as you're ready, switch sides. Left foot down, right knee lifts. Give it a little squeeze. Pausing here, noticing how much easier it is to stand on the whole foot instead of just the ball of the foot and the tippy toes. As you set the right foot down, come to the front of your mat. If you're not there, set your feet a little bit wide and take about 3 giant circles with the hips here. 3 in each direction, I should say. Right, not too fast, not too slow. Just getting a little bit of movement here from the hips. Good. And then pause. Send the arms up. Turn the toes out a wee bit. And just explore a little squat to start and push up. You might not go down too far. A little back bend as you rise up. And a little squat. Push through the heels, rise up. A little back bend. Just a couple more times. So we're just priming the body. Again, working into the hips a little bit. Building a little heat. Pause in the squat. You can use your hands to support you on your knees. Pause there in the squat. Feel a little bit of movement. It's okay to rock side to side. Feel your thighs come alive. Right, and then push up to standing again. Bring your feet together underneath you. Bring your hands down right above your knees. And just train your knees a little bit. Right? 3 times or so in each direction. Just working into the joints a little bit. Right? Good. And then just a little bit of bending knees and forward fold here. Heart lifts, forward fold, little mini squat, forward fold, all the way down to forward fold now. Feet can be together or apart. Pause here, breathe. Take a moment, drop your head down. If you have 2 blocks, that can be really useful, or 1. You're going to bring the right foot back, drop the knee down, finding your way into a bit of a supported lunge. By supported, you can have your hands on the floor, 1 or 2 blocks, even on the thigh. And just pause here. Feel the front of the hip open. To add a krama, you can reach the right arm only up. Sometimes it feels good to bend at the elbow, drop the head back a wee bit more, reach through the elbow. If it feels good to you, you can do the other arm as well. Maybe let the elbows fan open nice and wide. Just a couple more breaths here. Wherever you are, you can still be supported, hands on the ground, or you can be up and wide open. Just breathing, noticing what you're aware of. We'll tuck the back toes under. You stay in this lunge. Just lift the back knee for a minute. Pause here. Really nice idea to have support, always in life, but here in your practice too. I've got my hands on the ground. I'm going to think about bringing them up to my left thigh. You might bring them up to a block. You might stay down low. Right? At this time in life, you just might want a little more support. Okay. Pause here. Back knee is lifted. Wherever you are, if you can, back knee stays lifted here for a little bit longer. Now I'm going to invite you into a little bit of work. If possible, reach the arms straight out to the side. If you're upright, same thing. If you're down low, really reaching through the arms. Feel the back body activate. As you rise up, extend both arms up to the ceiling, palms spread wide. Hands can touch or not. Just a couple breaths here. Always an option to interlace the hands behind the head as we did at the beginning of class. Elbows wide, opening the heart up. Imagine you're laying over your bolster perhaps. And just breathe. And then we'll make our way back down. Stepping forward. Take a forward fold. Shake it out, hang. Breathe. If you like to rinse out your shoulders and you have that kind of openness, you can bring your hands behind your back. Drop your arms over your head. Are you breathing? Is it a soft breath? Is it a vigorous breath? Notice where you are. We'll dig into the other side. Keep your right foot forward this time. Sweep the left leg back. Drop the left knee down. Pause. Assess your side. The situation on this side, I should say. Maybe take a moment. Find out what kind of support you need here. And this isn't so much a thinking process as a feeling process. Right? Especially in the privacy of your own home, you may be able to tap into that. Right? It's more about the sensation than the alignment, the precision. Right? Notice if you're breathing. Feel free to rise up. Right? I'm using both a block and my knee. You might have both hands on the knee. Maybe just the left arm reaching up to expose a little bit more on that side. Please keep your jaw relaxed. Take a swallow maybe. And release the hands back down all the way to something that supports you. Tuck the left toes under, straighten that left leg. Feel that. Pause here. Same but different exploration on this side with the legs straight. Right, take your time. Breathe. I'm feeling like I should stay low to the ground. You might feel like you can lift and raise your arms up. Keep your jaw soft and your breath moving. You can reach your arms straight out to the sides here if you want to work into the back body, or if you're already upright, same invitation, arms out wide, spreading, opening across the heart center, maybe reaching the arms up. This is a 1-2 punch, this lunge pose, hip opener, heart opener. You can work into the shoulders too if you want to bring your hands to the lower back. Interlace them together, lift the chest up. 2 more breaths here to explore. And then bring yourself back to neutral. We'll step forward together to the front of the mat. Pause in Tadasana or variation thereof. Again, maybe place your hands on your heart. Close your eyes. Tune in to what you're aware of. Again, I can hear the raindrops on the roof. What can you hear? You can almost hear my heart beating. You can hear my breath. I'm listening to the sound of your breath. Let's take a few dynamic forward folds together. Sweep the hands down to the sides, up over the head, look up, and then out wide again, bow forward, soft bend to the knees. Back up, arms wide, heart lifts, inhale, reach up, exhale down. Inhale up. We'll get a little bit faster with this very simple movement. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale. Let there be a little bounce or buoyancy in the knees. Just moving with the breath. If the breath feels like it could get a little bit more short or sharp or vigorous, in through the nose, out through the nose might be good. You could change the orientation of the arms. Exhaling straight down, inhaling up. Exhaling straight down, inhaling up. Just moving here with your breath. Let your energy rise. Let's do 3 more. And then pause at the top. Reach out to a little back bend. Palms to the heart. Wait here. Listen. Breathe. Good. And then just turn sideways on your mat. Take a nice wide stance, please. Let's turn your right toes forward. Your left toe is angled in. And setting up for a little bit of a triangle. So legs nice and straight. Hug the muscles to the bones. Inhale your arms up. And you'll reach forward, allowing the hip crease on the right side to deepen. Keep both legs nice and straight. Reach through the fingertips. Pause. Perhaps drop the right hand down to the shin. Perhaps to a block. Left arm extends up. Here you are. You can look up. You could look down, or my favorite, drop your right ear to your right shoulder and tuck your left arm behind your back. Feel that opening across the neck. Soft jaw, stay with it. Keep squeezing and hugging the quadriceps to the femur bone. Lift up the toes even. Maybe turn your eyes and look down at the right toes. And then bring a little softness to the right leg. Help yourself up, nice and slow. Turn all toes towards the side. Pause here for a moment. Place your hands on your belly and your chest perhaps. Pause for just a moment. And switch sides. Turn those left toes out. Angle the right toes in. Extending through the arms. Reaching the left arm long as though you're reaching over a countertop, and let the hip crease on the left side deepen. Extend long and then tip over as you're ready. Perhaps extending the right arm up. Same options, different side. All right, this one's fairly complex. Stay with this pose here. Keep exploring. It's a pretty complex one that requires quite a bit of openness in the hips. So if you're feeling jammed up somewhere, that's okay. Most people are in triangle. Bring a little softness to your jaw, softness to your breath, even a little bend to the knee. And of course, be gentle with your neck. You don't have to crank your head to look up. We'll come back up nice and slow, bring a little softness to that left knee, rise up, turn towards the side of your mat. We're just going to pause here, so narrow your stance a wee bit. Bring your hands to your belly and your chest, or just palms to Anjali Mudra. We'll revisit the 4-part breath here. Standing. Let's take a clearing breath. Big breath in. Empty it out. And then inhale for 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 2, 3, 4, release and empty. 3, 4, hold it out at the bottom. 2, 3, 4, fill up. 2, 3, 4, hold at the top. 2, 3, 4, empty. 2, 3, 4, hold empty. 2, 3, 4. One more time. Inhale. Hold. Empty. Hold empty at the bottom. And then release the technique. Just stand here for a moment. Feel your breath. Maybe place your palms together. Just taking a moment of gratitude here mid-practice before we move into the cooling phase. Noticing what you're aware of in this moment. And perhaps what you're grateful for in this challenging time. We'll work into a little bit of balancing, so you can just turn and face the front of the mat again. It really doesn't matter which direction you're facing, you're home. You can turn and look out a window. You can balance however you wish. And I invite you to the tree pose. Whichever side makes sense to start with. Just bring a foot up to the calf or the inner thigh if you have a wall nearby you. If you're working on your balance, just be there. Be there with the practical aspect of balancing. If you feel real steady here in your Vrikshasana, I invite you to try the 4-part breath. Filling, holding that little teeny kumbhak for a second, 2 or 3, emptying, holding out. A couple times. Relax your face and your jaw. Slowly release, switching sides. Grounding through that opposite foot. Breathing. Always optional arms, maybe reaching the arms up. Maybe taking them behind the back. 4-part breath here when you're ready. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, empty, continue. And slowly release. Before we come back down, step your feet a little bit wide, just one more standing back bend here. Arms behind the back, hands could be at the lower back, they could interlace and come straight behind you. Either way, press in through the feet, lift through the heart, open across the chest, and again, option to let the hands walk down the legs. As far back as you feel comfortable going, drop back. Keep lifting up, stay strong in the legs as well. Relax the jaw. It might even feel right to support the head and the hands and let the elbows go wide. And then come back to neutral. Forward fold with the feet wide. Take yourself down slowly. Together we'll halfway lift, so hands come above the knees here. Halfway lift, nice flat back. And then exhale, fold it down. If you want a little bit of a counter pose in a bit of a vigorous sense, Squeeze your knees around your upper arms and take Bakasana crow pose. If it's fairly easy or steady for you. Otherwise, forward fold or just squat. Right? We'll meet either in forward fold or squat, rocking your hips a little bit side to side. And then we're going to sit down. We're going to come into a little bit of a sage twist here before we come onto our back. So, you're going to bring you're going to bend your right knee. Right foot is behind you, so you can see your heel. This one's a little tricky to see if you can't see it. And the other left foot is tucked in to the inner right thigh. You guys see that? So right heel behind you to right, left sole of the foot tucked to the right inner thigh. Sitting up straight in the center, a nice place to sit up on a block or a blanket. If you feel like you're tilted off to one side, just sit up on a little bit of a lift. And then you'll sweep your right arm around to your left knee. Lengthen up. Left arm is behind you, supporting the torso in lifting up. Some of you that are super open will find that the left fingers can reach around to the right hip and maybe even tuck those toes into the right hip crease. That's sort of an extreme prana, so stay where you need to be here. Just twisting over the left. I want you to make a subtle adjustment here. So it's likely that you're leaning back a little bit and the lower ribs are popped out. See if you can tuck or draw the lower ribs in. Imagine you're pressing the middle back, the kidney area, up against a wall. So squeeze those lower ribs in and then drop the chin in a little bit. Right? So it's less of a exposed back bend and heart opener and a little bit more inward. Right? Chin in just a little bit, not necessarily down, but in and back a little bit. Are you breathing? All those details, all that instruction. Right? Just settle in and take a couple breaths. Soften the jaw. It's the sage twist. So good for nourishing the nervous system. How's your nervous system? Right, hopefully a little better. We'll switch to the other side. You're going to switch your feet. So you'll tuck the right foot into the inner left thigh and bring that left foot behind you. All these lefts and rights. And then as you're ready, left hand to right knee. Draw the belly in. Think about that alignment here on this side, sitting up straight. Not so much of a back bend. Keep those sit bones rooted down. Draw the lower ribs in. Lift through the crown of the head. And chin dropped ever so slightly. Head pulled a little bit back. Are you breathing? The head will spin naturally to the right. It feels good. But there's no need to turn the head any further. In fact, you can even turn the head back to the left. The only requirement is that you're breathing. And perhaps that you're a little bit more aware of the quality of your breath than you are in everyday life. And release. Come back to Sukhasana, how we began. Or as an option, soles of the feet together. You can open up the feet, lift the heart up. Right, your choice. You can hinge forward. Baddha. If you prefer, just sitting in Sukhasana. Both are hip openers. Wherever you are, bringing attention back to the 4-part breath, and I'll guide you here in another round. So if you're in Baddha Konasana, just rounding forward, breathing into the back body. If you're upright in Sukhasana, or wherever you are, you can notice the 4 parts of the breath. Let's take a clearing breath together. Inhale. And let it go. And then breathe in for 2, 3, 4. Holding at the top for 2, 3, 4. Empty out. 2, 3, 4. Hold empty at the bottom. 2, 3, 4. I'll lead one more round. Inhale, deep breath. 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 2, 3, 4. Empty. 2, 3, 4. Retain that empty feeling. 2, 3, 4. Continue on your own for a few more rounds. This breath work also very calming for the nervous system. So much anxiety can be quelled with a little bit of sitting or laying down on the ground. A nice, easy, deep breathing. So may we all have the time and space to do that. As you're ready, we'll come onto our backs. Take your time. Curl up from Baddha Konasana. If you're in Sukhasana, you can just make your way. Coming onto your back, we'll take a nice twist and then a little Shavasana to round out our hour together. Of course, you can elongate and keep practicing. I would certainly welcome you to do that. As you come onto your back, just draw your knees in and drop them off to the right or the left, whichever side begs you to start. So in asking for hips and back and shoulders and neck, the spinal twist hits all parts. So as you rest here, just massage the whole body with breath. The whole body being the physical part, all the systems. And of course, the mental aspect really benefits from calm, steady breath. And our energetic body, sometimes referred to as, we call it the nervous system today, really nourished by these deep breaths too. Take your time, come back through the center, switching off to the other side. As you come onto your back, you're noticing what you're aware of. As you come through this gentle, nourishing practice, a bit of an arc, some resting, a little bit of working, and back to resting. Notice what you're aware of in your space. Maybe it's not as quiet as it is here. Perhaps there are people or children nearby. Just continue sending them love and goodwill, and perhaps secret telepathic messages to be quiet if they're not. Because we are heading into Shavasana. So coming back to the center, in your own comfy little space, lay down, use pillows, use blankets. If you have a little space here on this chilly spring day, warm yourself up. Make sure you're super cozy. The sweetness of the practice, Shavasana, not always easy. Sometimes when we get really still and really quiet, things get really hard. So be gentle with your beautiful self. as you lay down. I'll mind the time for a little bit. Just allow the eyes to close. Take a few cleansing or falling out breaths. Make sure that your limbs are supported. Lower back at ease, your neck, your shoulders relaxed. Relax your mouth, your jaw, your face, and the circle of muscles around your eyes. You're safe. You are well. You are relaxed. And beginning to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Notice your breath. Notice what sounds are in your space, in your head. If you're in a space where you can take a longer Shavasana, I invite you to do so. And if you want to reconnect and reawaken, you can begin to roll off to the side, come up to sitting. And as you come to the end of your practice, just feel into what is right there on the surface for you. And I'll invite you to join me in a closing chant. It's simply Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, those 4 words. And if you have the luxury of space and time and comfort to join me, feel free. Let's take a clearing breath together. Deep breath in and out. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and well, and may my actions contribute to the happiness and the wellness of everyone. Thank you all for joining. It's a pleasure to be with you, even in the ethers. And we're very grateful to be here together. Hope to see you tomorrow. Namaste.
Visit us online at soulyoga.org for details on a private session or a public class. Namaste.